Today you will learn how the rich save and how you can apply it in your own life. In this channel, we learn and take action to create the life you desire. Remember to like and subscribe to learn more. According to 2002 Nobel Prize winner Daniel Kahneman, money does not buy you happiness, but the lack of money certainly buys you misery. We can all probably agree that although money is not everything, it is what makes the world go round. There is only a tiny percentage of society who manage to excel in the game of money, and here you will learn how to do it. If you're new to this channel, hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell to keep learning. Step number 1. Put budgeting into practice. We all probably know how to budget daily. But do you know that doing it religiously can be advantageous for you to get ahead of your finances? Well, this has been a tool exercised by the rich to manage their money on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis. Budgeting is the process of creating a plan to spend your money, which involves setting financial goals, analyzing your income and expenses, and deciding how to allocate your money to meet those goals. Now, we all know how budgeting works, but the question is, how frequently do we do this? It is a crucial question because the success of reaching your money goals through this hack is by sticking to it and keeping it in practice in the long run. Now, what happens if you do not keep with the practice? Well, if you do not stick to budgeting, it will lead to several negative consequences. For example, you may overspend and end up with a lot of debt, which can be stressful and difficult to manage. You may also miss out on opportunities to save money and financial instability and making it difficult to achieve your long-term financial goals. Without a budget, it can be hard to make informed decisions about your money. You may make impulse purchases without thinking about whether you can afford them or not. Or you may fail to save for important expenses, like a down payment on a house or an emergency fund. To help you keep up with budgeting, here is a step-by-step process that you can follow. First, you need to prioritize your financial goals, such as saving for a down payment on a house or paying off credit card debt. Next, you need to create a budget by organizing your income and expenses into categories, such as housing, transportation, and entertainment. Once you created a budget, you can use it to track your spending and make sure you are staying on track to meet your financial goals. It requires regularly reviewing your budget and making adjustments as needed. After doing this, you will understand why the rich have become successful in the game of money. Step number 2. Outline your top 3 expenses. It might be difficult to manage the top 3 contingent expenses, which are food, transportation, and housing, if there is no extensive planning imposed beforehand. But once you take control of this, it will be life-changing. Here are some ways that you can use to manage these expenses. First on the list is incorporating step 1, which is budgeting. Create a budget that outlines your income and expenses for food, transportation, and housing. This will help you see how much money you have available and identify where you may be overspending. Second, set financial goals. Set financial goals for yourself in each of these areas. For example, you might want to save a certain amount of money for a down payment on a house, or you might want to reduce your monthly food expenses by a certain amount. Next, identify ways to save money. Once you have set your goals, identify ways to save money on your food, transportation, and housing expenses. This might involve shopping around for the best deals on groceries, finding ways to reduce your transportation costs, such as carpooling or using public transportation, and consider finding cheaper rent or refinance your home for a better interest rate. Then, allot time to make adjustments. As you track your spending, be prepared to make adjustments to your budget and financial goals as needed. For example, if you find that you are overspending on food, you may need to adjust your budget to allocate more money to this category. Overall, managing your food, transportation, and housing expenses involve creating a budget, setting financial goals, identifying ways to save money, tracking your spending, and making adjustments as needed. By taking these steps, you can better manage your expenses in these areas and achieve your financial goals just like the rich. Step number 3. Learn to differentiate between bad and good debts. Turning to debt can either put you down in the dumps or bring fortune into your life. It all depends on the type and usage of debt. In this category, there are two kinds of debt: bad debt and good debt. Bad debt and good debt are terms used to describe the type of debt that a person has. Bad debt refers to debt that is not beneficial and is difficult to repay, while good debt refers to the debt that can be beneficial and is easier to repay. Examples of bad debt include credit card debt, payday loans, and high-interest personal loans. These types of debt often have high interest rates and fees and can be difficult to repay. They can also lead to financial strain and stress. In contrast, good debt refers to debt that can be beneficial and is easier to repay. Some examples of good debt include student loans, mortgages, and small business loans. These types of debt often have lower interest rates and can help a person invest in their education, home, or business. While they still need to be repaid, good debt can provide long-term benefits and can be managed effectively. Between these two, you would want to take advantage of the good debt, just like how the rich people use this to build lasting wealth in their investments, such as in business, stocks, real estate, and the like. Step number 4. Lay out a blueprint of tax payments. You will be shocked if I tell you that some of the wealthiest people in the world pay fewer taxes than ordinary employees. This is due to the tax code provision by the government. It entails the notion that since the private sectors produce more job opportunities than the government, it simply means that they cannot impose more tax. Otherwise, the economy will start to fail. On one hand, the rich also work their way to maximize their advantage through two things. First, they divide their personal finance from business-related finances. It helps to ensure that their personal and business finances are organized and easy to manage. Additionally, separating your personal and business funds can help to protect your assets if your business is sued or faced financial difficulties. If your personal and business funds are mixed, your assets could be at risk if your business is unable to pay its debts. By keeping your personal and business funds separate, you can protect your assets and ensure that they are not at risk. The second strategy would be hiring financial advisors. Usually, business owners do not have the time to manage their expenses, so they need a helping hand from the financial advisors to provide knowledge, efficiency, and convenience. Hey there! Before we continue, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up, like our channel, and make sure to tick the notification bell to be updated on our latest videos. Moving on to the next. Step number 5. Take advantage of credit card rewards. The usage of credit cards is mistakenly associated as a contributing factor to produce debt to ordinary consumers. However, with rich people, it's the opposite way around. They use credit cards wisely and take advantage of their rewards like mileage, points, and cashbacks. The problem with the usage of ordinary consumers is the mishandling of their credit cards. Particularly, the root cause of this is the habit of overspending. If this habit is not controlled over time, it will generate high interest rates, leaving the consumer in distress. To prevent this, we must take notes from the practice of the rich to use credit cards wisely. Some of the methods that one can apply are using the credit card for purchases that one can afford to pay off in full each month, keeping an eye on credit card balance and making sure not to exceed the credit limit, and using the credit card to build a good credit score. The credit score is based on credit history, and using a credit card responsibly can help you build a good credit score over time. Good credit score is vital to have for leveraging all business and purchases. Step number 6. Build assets by exploring low-interest debt. Building assets is the primary focus of every affluent person. Rather than splurging on material things which will eventually amount to liabilities, the rich make the most of low-interest debts, like a personal loan from a bank or credit union to invest in their businesses, and different assets such as bonds, stocks, and real estate that will give them high profits in return. So, as a result, they will not only be able to pay off their debt, but expand their network of income streams. Step number 7, invest in yourself. There is not a more profitable investment than investing in yourself. These are the words of the acclaimed author of The Light in the Heart, Roy T. Bennett. Investing in yourself is one of the secret keys of the rich that unlocks prosperity, cultivates happiness, and gives you success, not only in making money, but in general. So, how do we become like these people? Well, there are many ways, such as educating yourself by taking classes, attending workshops and seminars, developing new skills or improving existing ones, taking care of your physical health by exercising regularly, eating a balanced diet, getting enough sleep, investing in your mental health by practicing mindfulness, reducing stress, and seeking professional help if needed. And lastly, expand your support network of friends, family, and colleagues who can offer encouragement, advice, and guidance. And there you have it, the top 7 steps on how the rich manage their money. We hope that you have learned as much as we have. Remember to give us a thumbs up if you like this video and subscribe to our channel. We'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.